camera setup looks great.
Excellent.
What do you think?
I like it.
All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Hold on. Let me move the mic a little bit closer. All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody. Oh, I just realized that I'm like rehearing myself. Hold on a sec. No. Okay. I was monitoring the YouTube and now
Yeah.
I heard myself double. Okay. My bad. All right. Thank you. Thanks for everybody for showing up. It is my birthday tomorrow, and so I thought I would do a little birthday stream today. And the idea here is that we're going to do a sketchnote Q&A. Thank you. Happy early birthday. This is very self-indulgent for me. You know, I every time I like stream or anything, I get this like sense where I think to myself, who am I to be doing any of this? Like, I'm just a normal random person on the internet. You don't need to be paying attention to me or listening to me or whatever, but then I think, oh, it's fun, so I keep doing it.
I'm gonna let you in on a secret, CJ. Everyone's just a person on the internet.
It's true, yeah. So, what we're gonna be doing
Don't be fooled. Some of them have cool HoloLive VTuber whatever things, but they're actually just people.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not
true.
Really
I
cats.
kind of wish I was a cat.
Yeah.
Or a rabbit, maybe.
Both good.
Yeah. Before I get into the stuff that's a little bit not safe for work here, this is what I was talking about. So, I wanted to show you the kind of stuff that I do. So, in addition to being a game developer, I also do design and illustration. I've been recently getting back into illustration a lot. And something that I used to do a lot in my design career is something called sketchnoting, where I would take like a talk and draw things about it. And it was really, really fascinating. So this was a sketch from somebody named Aaron Malone, who was somebody contracting with the Anti-Defamation League about mapping the research or ecosystem of hate. This was a talk given in 2021 at a design conference. Really fascinating stuff. So as you can see, I'm really big into doing like sketch notes and stuff like this. So I thought I even teach classes on sketchnoting to people who've never drawn before. So I know a lot about the basics of drawing, and then encouraging people who've never drawn before to try to like pick it up and draw it themselves. So what I'm going to be doing for my birthday is I have prepared this little canvas here, and I am going to take some Q&A questions from a forum that we set up earlier about just questions to me about random stuff, and I'm gonna draw them while I'm answering them. So I might answer them first, or while I'm answering them, draw them. I'm not sure what the I'm probably also going to use the Pico 8 palette because it's fun. So I feel like it's a good, like, the Pico 8 palette broadly is actually a pretty good starter palette.
All around?
Yeah, if you just wanted to have an all-rounder palette. So I typically like to do black and white with like some kind of splash of color or something like that. So given that it's my birthday stream, the splash of color is probably going to be green. Kata, you made it! Okay, so feel free to post questions in the chat, or give me questions via the form. So I think Bonnie had one of the questions up. How should I do this? Here we go. All right, here we go. So one of the first questions is, GIF or GIF? Do you have any favorite low stakes culture split that we pretend are important here? Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Yes. GIF or GIF, Emacs versus Vim, Chocotine versus Pan au Chocolat, Sega versus Nintendo. Okay, so first let's do the question first. I love a good syrup.
I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on how this question should be sketchnoted.
Yo, you're gonna give me tips?
I mean, I'll give you a recommendation. You can run with it or not, but there's a jar of peanut butter called Jif with a J, right?
Oh yes.
What if it was GIF with a G, peanut butter?
Yes. Hold on. Perfect. GIF or one of the things I like about the pen that I'm currently using right now is it's a stabilized pen.
Oh.
So it gives me like better oh, they'll love this. Peanut butter. Okay. Let's start with your favorite. Low stakes. Hot takes.
There we go.
So, probably, the thing is like I love low stakes hot takes because truly you can play the devil's advocate on either side. You could be, you could just say like, oh, I think it is. I especially like the Vim versus Emacs because I use neither. I mean, not neither, but I use whatever the default is for Mac. And so I think when people are like, I have a preference, I'm like, yeah, sure. I just use whatever comes with the system. I think that I say GIF. I think I say GIF. Like the peanut butter, not GIF, like the image.
Oh, you.
No, I mean, I guess I was thinking to myself like, what? Yeah, because in my mind, Jif is the peanut butter, and maybe that's me just like growing up as an American. But yeah, that would be my general kind of like hot take. The other thing is that my other favorite like low stakes hot take is the white and gold versus blue and black dress.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is blue. I think it's blue and black, and I understand that there are people who believe that the dress is white and gold, but they're wrong. Bonnie's like, wait, am I the only one here that's gone with Jif?
I don't know. Maybe.
No hate.
You know, one of the things that the GIF folks do have on their side is apparently the original pronunciation.
Jif is the original pronunciation?
Yeah, it's the official way that the people who invented the spec pronounced it. and said that
Why?
it should be pronounced. I don't know. I guess.
That is awesome.
Ah, yes, the graphic interchange format. I assume that the reason they pronounced it GIF is because they like to drink gin.
Wait, why? How would that have anything to do with?
You give it a thought for a second. How do you spell gin?
GIN?
Yeah.
So they didn't want to. Hold on. They like alcoholic drinks better than peanut butter?
Maybe, I
That's
don't know.
okay. That's wrong.
That's the hot take. Alcoholic drinks or peanut butter.
It's graphic. It's
Graphic.
It's graphic image format.
But you know, like people that are like, no, it's got to be a hard G. They usually say, yeah, GIF, because it's supposed to be like gift. Like if you added a T to it, then it would be gift, and that's already a word. I don't know.
But GIF is also a word.
Yeah, but it's spelled with a J.
Okay. So
The dress color is a great one because there is a canonically correct answer to that one.
of course, yeah, the dress does have a color.
And even though I know there's a canonical correct answer to it, I still kind of see where the white gold people are coming from.
Oh no, for sure. By the way, you're watching my very, the reason why I love doing this on iPad is because I can just lasso tool this and just,
Yeah, it's real good.
yeah, I love it. Boop. Awesome. Love it. Okay. This is great. We're gonna make this text a little bit bigger. Oh, so the dress was blue and black. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
cool.
canonically what it was.
Graphic.
Traffic.
But yes, I agree that it could be very colors are very dependent on people.
Yeah.
Right?
So blue and green split is an interesting one, especially in Japan, because I have a very American bias towards what I consider blue and green to look like, and here the difference between aoi and midori is not the same as the difference between blue and green.
Right.
Like a lot of things that I would definitely say are solidly green, like the walk sign guy, or leaves on the tree, are still called aoi.
Doing a little gin and tonic here. Maybe this looks like a little martini.
If you put the olive in, then it's definitely a martini, right?
Yeah.
All right, Bonnie. I wanna know what the hot takes about color are in Indonesia.
Yeah. All right. uh well, actually, was gonna say, on a sort of separate note, as we're like talking about colors and stuff, I think that um, one of the things that like really blew my mind in learning different languages is that each culture has its own different conception of what red is. So red in English, or at least American English, is fire truck red. So very, very bright, very saturated red. And rojo, at least according to my Colombian family, it was more of like an earthy red. So like the kind of red that you would see maybe like in adobe, like clay homes, or like the brick red.
The terracotta.
Yeah, terracotta. Terracotta is a good. So that would be considered red, according to my family from Colombia.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Japan, aka was definitely red orange, the orange of the torii gates.
Yes.
And in my opinion, when I said red orange because that's what it is to me, but that is aka in Japanese. Perfect. And I am gonna post these later. I just wanted to. No, we're gonna use the Pico thing. I wanted to get a little peanut butter in here. All right.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, Bonnie mentioned we didn't have orange for a long time. Orange is
orange is a cool color.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a relatively new addition to the English lexicon compared to other colors. Yeah, and it is named after the fruit. So if you want to know which one came first, oranges or orange, the answer is oranges.
I was gonna say marigolds are a pretty old flower, but I don't think people considered them to be, marigolds were a religious flower in Mexico, and I think in the Aztec. Oh, so Kata asks, burnt red, like terracotta red is burnt red, and how does Japan differentiate rosy red from crimson? So, I don't know what the word for rosy red or like highly saturated red is, but I can tell you that there's two words, but they're usually used in like song lyrics or anime. Kurenai or shinku. Both of those mean crimson.
Yep. So
it's used like when somebody uses those two things, the thought is like very gothic, like blood. So like that dark crimson red. Is Jif's top blue? It's a blue top, right?
That sounds right to me.
Yeah. All right. Love it. Okay. I will finish. Actually, I can finish coloring this while we finish the. What does Jif look like?
Does it have a red cap? There's. peanut butter jars that have a yellow top, and I'm pretty sure that's like Peter Pan peanut butter. That's the one I always.
Okay, the OG Jif.
OG Jif
is red.
Red. Okay, and they've got other.
But I think the reason
the one that we have in our pantry right now is blue.
Yeah, sure. I think the reason why we got screwed up on that is because we have the natural, the organic.
Yeah.
Jif, and therefore. Oh, here's a fun thing that you can do. Check this out. Color drop. Oh. The crazy part is that the like branding on this really vibes with me as like RGB. It's like very, very GIF coded, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Okay, cool. Just wanted to put these guys in here. Oh no! Was there a... Oh, there was. So...
I don't see where the stray pixel was.
Because this is its own layer.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
So, if you do this, then it'll work. Okay. Second question from the forum. Let's move on to the next thing. Actually, let me finish.
A little more coloring.
Doing a little bit more coloring, and then... Again, color drops the best. Alright, cool. Alright, we're going to go on a new layer. Alright, because I thought it'd be fun to do one question per layer. Okie dokie. We are moving on to next question, which is... Where's my favorites? Technical pen. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh. All right. Second question. Nostalgic songs or albums that you've been listening to recently. Kato was mentioning doing an hour of Muse. Yeah. Oh, well, I was singing Muse previously. Yeah. If I'm being honest, it is... this is gonna go into like more like recent news, but recently, TM Revolution redid one of their songs.
Yeah, they did.
And for those who don't know, TM Revolution stands for the musician's name. His first name's Takanori, and I can't remember his like last name, but. TM Revolution was very popular in 90s anime, and 90s stuff is making a comeback right now. So, TM Revolution came back onto a Japanese channel called The First Take, and The First Take was is like a music channel where people will like debut, songs with other people, and I guess the idea was that it was like the very first take of the song, but of course it's not, because the songs are like amazing and practiced, and it's not a but it's supposed to mimic like a raw session. But the he came on in like hot pants and like straps and everything, and did a version of Hot Limit. And it was incredible. I mean, like, his outfit was incredible. He's incredible. His voice is incredible. Like, he's laughing. It just had like such like high Genki energy, and it really like blew me away. So I re-downloaded all of TM Revolution's song, which is TM Revolution's album that I used to listen to in the car, called Coordinate. It's bright orange. Here, I'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll draw from it. There we go. Okay. There we go. So this is what the album looks like. It kind of looks like chrome on a car, which I think is really neat. This was like, by the way, the like, just like the peak of like 90s design. You know, this like bright like neon colors. Like this could be in like a bright teal or aqua or something like that and have like chrome stuff on it. And then it had Helvetica on the side. Like this design like just screams to me like I'm from the 90s. Not to be confused with Orange Pillows. Yes, yeah. It's funny because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure Garbage also had an album. Oh my god. I'm typing like a boomer. Ah! What did I do? I put it in Dvorak. No. I think it was Garbage 2.0. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This was just the vibe that...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also Helvetica.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Helvetica and Orange were hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, this is also so completely different sound than TM Revolution, like very punk, like alt kind of stuff, and then, but yes, so many things became chrome as we approached the new millennium. So true. Okay, so I just got like a little obsessed with this because one. I've been having, I don't know, I just been having a bit of a hard time recently, like both Matt and I, and so I've been wanting some like really like ganky music to keep me, you know, energized, and like this is truly the perfect, this is like yelling at the top of your lungs road trip type music. This is perfect summer album, by the way. Highly recommend, sorry computer. Highly recommend listening to it. Okay, so first, I'm gonna pull this over to the side so you can see me drawing. We're also going to pull up Hot Limit, TM Revolution. Hold on, I'm gonna get his name too. Takanori Nishikawa, that's his name. Yeah. Just amazing. And the crazy part is like, you know, this is what he looked like when he was doing, when Hot Limit first came out in like the 90s or something. And like this is what he looks like now, and I'm like, you look better. Actually, yeah. I'm like way more into this than what was happening in the 90s. Like the 90s was a time of everyone being like really thin for the sake of being thin, and now I'm like just really into
like a fine wine.
Like a fine wine, yeah. I'm really really into that.
So well.
Oh, Taking Back Sunday and MCR. That's good. Okay, while I'm drawing, what have been some things that you've been listening to, Mabbies?
Gosh, what have I been listening to? I've been listening to Phoenix. They had a couple of albums that I first listened to in like the 2010s, but were originally out in like 2000. Made me curious if they've put out anything else new recently. I think their latest album that I know of was Bankruptcy. That came out in 2015 or so, I think.
2015?
I think that's right.
They have to have released something.
Likely.
All right.
As if they're still making music.
Let's see, what's another... We can even look that up. What's Phoenix up to? Yeah, it's funny, I just recently, like, pulled a lot of our CDs onto, like, an online media server that we can download onto our phones.
Yeah.
Which...
Our own private streaming server. It's very nice.
That actually reminds me, if anybody... open only to specific friends, but specific friends, if you're interested in our private streaming server, let me know. We'll get you the hookup. No, I don't want Phoenix. I want Phoenix the band.
Not the Verge nor the city.
Formed in 1995. Oh, they were in concert.
Still performing, which means they probably have a new album out.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Bankrupt?
Yeah, Bankrupt
Okay.
was 2015.
Ti amo.
Ti amo. 2019.
Interesting. Alpha Zulu. Yeah, there's a lot
Alright.
more.
New songs.
Thomas Mars has a good voice.
He does.
Alright, we're gonna try to capture Takanori's hotness here. Maybe in just a... Every time I want to draw someone beautiful, I get a little bit nervous because I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm doing this right. What else have I been into recently? Oh yeah, so I was going on the, like, we were uploading stuff for our personal, like uploading some CDs to a private server that we own, and one of the things that I was thinking about was that this was a perfect snapshot of the kind of stuff that I used to listen to in like 2010s or so. So I was like really into like really upbeat music in the 2000s, like pop music and upbeat music, and then in the 2010s I got into kind of like the indie sad boy music where it was like acoustic guitar and just kind of like low key energy, and now I'm back into the like sort of happy pop stuff. Do you know what I think it is about Takanori that makes him hot? And now that I think about it,
What's that?
I think the 90s was about people looking beautiful, but also looking sad that they were beautiful. And now I feel like people are taking a lot of like great pleasure in like the way that they look or like the way that they present, and like something about like the confidence and the smile just really gets me, you know? I was trying to reflect, like, do I just like, I mean, I've grown up, so of course I would like older people now that I've grown up, right? But it's more so there's something about like confidence and like happiness and like just joy in being who you are that like is just really like a huge um, attraction point for me, as opposed to somebody who like is really beautiful and they're like, oh yeah, I'm just sad about it, like that's just the way I am. Looking sad that they're beautiful. Neo Tango and Industrial Ambient. Now that's interesting. I have never heard that before.
Mm.
All right, give me a sec while I draw this guy. But it's also like, you know, why would you be sad if you were classically beautiful? You just you don't have to do that. You don't have to worry about that. Just be a normal person. Yeah, I'm curious about some of the neo tango and industrial ambient. That's fascinating. There we go. The fact that it ends in like a triangle, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
Too hot for this world. I think he has like a, yeah, band here. Oh, Swing and Scott have been making a comeback. That's cool. All right, I promise I won't draw his entire outfit, even though I'm a little obsessed with him. But I guess this is an indulgent birthday stream, so I get to draw him however I want.
That's true.
Ha ha ha. Oh, nope. Whatever. Do you think he's gonna go to concert? Takanori Nishikawa.
I wonder. We've been seeing a lot of well-established musicians making either comeback or concert debuts or whatnot. Last year, CJ and I went to see Lunacy.
Lunacy. Oh my god. Yeah.
That was a fun concert.
I actually saw that Lean Toste Shigure is gonna have a concert soon. You know Lean Toste Shigure, right?
I don't know. Where do I know them from?
Psychopaths.
Ah, okay.
They did Abnormalize.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If you have any like links, please share. All right. Welcome everybody. Now we're gonna start talking about Chrome. Does anyone have any other good examples of like Chrome Chrome CD cases? There have to be like Chrome CD art. Oh, Pico 8 has this like nice tangerine. Wow. I'm blessed. Thanks, Pico 8, for this delicious orange food. Probably need to make it a little bit more classic. I'm not going to do the full album art, even though I want to, but... Do you think this is like the side of a car? Is that kind of what it looks
kind of
like?
the vibes I'm getting.
Yeah. I noticed that like Frutiger Arrow has this like bubbly. Oh, by the way, for those of you who don't know what Frutiger Arrow is, because I just said that like as if everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Frutiger Arrow is the design style of the like old 90s stuff that involves like chrome and like bubbles and like this kind of like
It being a early aughts thing, personally, it's very much the Windows XP and Vista.
Yeah.
Or the original, like the Aqua theme on Macs.
Get into oh, this might be fun. This is like a custom pen that I made. You can do this. Oh.
It's a fun prompt. I'm gonna have to get educated about Frutiger Metro.
Frutiger Metro.
You know Frutiger Metro?
You know what? If I see it, this is a. If I look at it, I'll see it kind of thing. Let's see. Ah. Okay. Cool. Yes. Aesthetics wiki. Who knew?
Ah.
Okay. So
Alright.
so this is what Frutiger Metro looks like. Hold on, I'm gonna get Frutiger Arrow up here.
Yeah.
Hmm. So if I'm being totally honest, I grew up with Frutiger Arrow, so I have a lot more nostalgic vibes associated with it. And also, if I'm being totally honest about um, Frutiger Metro, this really vibes like the vibes that it gives me is like free vector art online, and there's something about that like okay, it is a royalty free vector illustration. Hold on, we're gonna find oh Just Dance. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Just Dance was this too.
Hmm.
Now I do remember this being used in a lot of like uh, live journal, what is it, pages and stuff like that.
I gotta say, I really dig the halftones.
Yeah, the halftones are good. The halftones are good. Also, like original iPod
Hmm.
vibes. Um, so the question I have here is, can one be Frutiger Metro? Like, can one do a dance style of, or sorry, can someone do Frutiger Metro without dancing people?
Ah, good question.
Because that's the question I have. Is it seems to be very like of the iPod like music vibe, but
Yeah.
again, yeah,
I say even if there's not dancing people, there's still like music notes or speaker cones or something.
Right.
Some music iconography going on.
yeah. I'll tell you a design style that I could do less of is corporate Memphis.
Yeah.
Um, corporate Memphis used to be very very cute, but now it has uh,
Yeah. It needs more Memphis, less corporate, unfortunately.
right. It's a flat vector style. Interestingly enough, I think corporate Memphis was popularized by some illustrators like Pablo Stanley, and part of the reason why it was so popular is that because he put out a illustration free illustration like mix and match set for Adobe Illustrator called Humans, and this is a really good example of it. And you could like mix and match the like hairstyle and stuff like that. I think Humans is still in and around. There we go. Yeah.
Like 3A's, yeah, that's the one.
And like it was revolutionary at the time because back in the day it was all just like custom illustrations. People like were requesting custom illustrations, but they were requesting it in the exact same style over and over again. So this was great for like freelance artists to just say like, okay, well I have this set and you don't have to pay me that much to make a custom illustration. Clients really liked it, but then it started to get overused, and now it has become like a warning sign when you see it on like any website. In terms of, especially like a healthcare website, if you see it on a website that has something to do with like HIPAA protected corporate data or something like that, then like it starts to become this thing where maybe they're trying to be too cool for what they're actually the seriousness. They're trying to take themselves less seriously than what they're they want their data to be. No dancing. Oh, did you do Frutiger Metro back in the day with no dancing people, just anime characters? Honestly, like I said,
yeah,
the color pops and the halftones are just like excellent. All right, I promise I will finish this. I got distracted. gonna draw a picture of me vibing with music. I feel like cartoonists often do this thing where they like everybody else gets really like detailed treatment,
really detailed people, and then draw a little scribble for themselves.
Because it's like, who cares? You're here for the art anyway, not for these like illustrations of me.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next question. We had a music question.
Yeah.
We had a could do the Frutiger Metro or Arrow one, but I feel like we could music design. It's fun because like some of this is just taking me like on a trip down memory lane. I recognize that. Oh, a question about dinosaurs. Great. Go for it. Yes. Yes, I want to hear about dinosaurs. Oh, what is your favorite dinosaur and what outfit would they wear if they wore clothes? This is truly like well equipped for the sketchnoting prompts, I think, because if I just answer the question, then obviously you would, you know, you wouldn't get the full experience. So I do have an answer to this. I did put the answer on a I did put the answer on one of my trading cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so the answer to the first one is, you know what? I'm actually not going to say the answer. I'm just going to draw it for you. You're just going to have to guess what that is. Shrink these guys down. Okay. Try to be very. I'm having this moment where I'm like, oh my god, should I draw this with a reference? Should I draw this not with a reference?
I already personally do know CJ's favorite dinosaur, so it's not this. But I have to tell you a very silly mental image, which is a T-Rex wearing the sexy TM Revolution outfit.
Yeah, it's basically that. All right, sans reference, I think I'm doing pretty dang good. All right. So the answer is if you are looking at this right now, you might think, well, this looks like a Velociraptor, CJ, but you would be wrong. It's actually a Deinonychus, which is my favorite dinosaur. I'm making them look a little bit doofy because I think it's cute. But they are in uh, in Jurassic Park. They thought Deinonychus did not sound as cool as Velociraptor. Hold on, I forgot we got to get the accurate.
Yeah, get that plumage.
Yeah.
Love it.
You must I must apologize because I was part of the old guard of people who were educated on dinosaurs not having feathers, and just really messes me up sometimes.
On that note, I have a personal dinosaur theory that I have absolutely no way to prove, and who knows if it'll ever be known, but a lot of dinosaur art draws the very, like, reptile style eyes. And one of the features I think might have been how dinosaurs looked is if they had more bird-shaped eyes or bird-style eyes, and in particular if they had more ostrich eyes, then they'd have some really beautiful, luscious eyelashes.
They would. They would. Well, and you know, chickens are pretty fat, and I think if we recreated dinosaur bones from here, let's give them luscious eyelashes. Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely. I think if we thought about a chicken skeleton and then thought about like how big and fat some chickens are, that dinosaurs could actually be much fatter than we think that they actually are. But yes, so it's a Deinonychus, and here. This is how you spell it, and I ran out of room, so I'm going to move it over here.
Do it.
Cool. All right.
You ever seen a cassowary?
Not in real life.
Me neither. I would like a fence between me and the cassowary, please.
Yeah. I'm a little scared of them because emus. Yeah, basically they're about the size of emus, and I think that maybe modern emus are probably about the same size as Deinonychus is. I mean, don't quote me on that, but that's my thought anyway. And I think that you know, large raptors and birds evolved from dinosaurs. So we have this beautiful Deinonychus. So the question is, what outfit are we gonna give them? What would they look like if they wore clothes? Well, if I'm being honest, I really would want to keep their arms and their tail free. Because, like, I love the plumage. You know what I mean? So I feel like if we gave them something, I would want them to have hot pants so that they could run real fast. You know what I mean? I'm like a practical, fashionable person.
Yeah.
I feel like something airy and nice. And granted, like some of this stuff, I think to myself, like I'm not sure if I would recommend it for myself personally, but like we're talking about dinosaurs here, like right? We're
Yeah, yeah.
the situation is I'm dressing a dinosaur, not that. Maybe first I'd ask the dinosaur, "How do you want to dress?"
Yeah.
But I think if they were a Deinonychus, they'd want something like linen based and easy to move around in. So I imagine that, like, kind of linen short shorts. And the Deinonychus is low key giving Chocobo. I just realized that.
Yeah.
And
It's not bad.
I agree that uh, we have to do a grungy vest. And yes. With some like shoulder spikes on them.
Oh, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Backwards baseball cap, yes, no.
mm, I was thinking headphones.
Okay, okay.
For the
That's a solid choice.
I think they'd also have like a raptor claw necklace, a la like Jurassic Park. All right, see how we want to do. Oh, you know what? We'll do headphones, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna do those like headphones that are like there we go. Don't look into how these stay on. These are fine.
Yeah.
Um some bracelets.
Is it Frutiger Metro?
Is it Frutiger Metro? Maybe it is. Maybe this Deinonychus is Frutiger Metro.
Love that.
I was also thinking like I'm a big fan of like bangles, like decorative bangles. Again, they would need to be made out of some like tough stuff because I imagine the Deinonychus doesn't want to be like burdened by. That's pretty cute. Yeah, I think she's. I just decided that it's a she they, Deinonychus, uh, and they're giving like punk, but also like granola punk vibes, which I'm definitely I'm into that.
Very good.
They're into their music, their linens, and killing for sport. All right. Perfect. Yes. Very, very cute. Very adorable. Now I just want to draw dinosaurs in clothes. For what it's worth, I like. Uh, Mabby's just recently got me a book by James Gurney called Color and Light. It's the guy that did Dinotopia, and um, uh, he's a uh, classical painter, and he did a lot of like really beautiful classical paintings with dinosaurs in them, which I'm like obsessed with. I'm also obsessed with like J.C. Leyendeker's work, and also obsessed with Muka's work. So like classical like forms of like light and color are kind of up my alley. All right, next question. Let's go.
Cool.
How would child a young CJ when learning how to draw react if they encountered AI artists? Hmm. Hmm. I'm going to write this down.
Be right back.
So I think I will answer this question like very truthfully, which is that I don't know how to say this um, in a kind or nice way, but I think that if AI art is something that seems magical or exciting to you, that um, your sense of art may not have been that fleshed out. And so uh, I'm not sure how to express this, but like basically when I first became an artist or first started doing art, when I was like a kid, I was really amazed by like all of these different techniques that artists used. And then once I started like looking into them and learning the techniques, they lost a little bit of their like, wow, this is amazing, this feels like magic, and it felt like something that was a little bit more doable. I mean, it was hard, right? Because the artists themselves were were very talented and had years and years of experience. But I admit that I think if I first saw AI art, I would think that somebody had actually done it and would have thought it was magical and amazing until I tried to figure out how it worked. And if there wasn't any, uh, I the reason why I'm being honest about this is because I feel like um, maybe people would think that they uh, even if they were younger and even if they had like a less sense of artistic confidence, that they would be able to distinguish AI art from actual art. And I'm not so sure because sometimes when people send me things um, and they're not aware that what they're sending me is actually AI art, um, then like it becomes, it could be that they can't distinguish. It could be that AI has gotten to the point where at least it mimics a shape of art or a shape of things. Um, I think if I were more well versed in techniques, now that I am more well versed in techniques, I can pick apart something and say like, okay, where's the light source in this image? Or the color palette that it's using is like completely inconsistent with what I would imagine artists to be using. Hi. Um, but since I was a kid at the time, I don't think that I think I probably would have found it magical until I looked more into it and then thought like, what is this? Because honestly, like um, at the reason why I picked up art in the first place, I mean, part of it was purely out of like excitement and joy, but also it was because like I grew up I grew up pretty like lonely. Like I grew up in a very like solo environment, and so I just didn't have a lot of like stimulation in my day-to-day life. And so the things that were stimulating to me were making things that were like imaginary worlds or like exciting things. And so if someone was like, hey, you could easily do that by like typing in a prompt, I don't think I would have gone for it, because the purpose was for me to make it myself, because at the time I was not, you know, I was not interested in anybody else making the world for me. The purpose was for me to make it myself. Yeah, it is a comic strip answer. I guess like I'm like rambling a little bit, but like this is a memory that I don't have, but somebody remembered it about me, like a long time family member, and she was mentioning to me that like when I was 7, I was like reading a book and I had a notebook next to the book, and I was like writing writing in the notebook, looking at the book, and then like writing in the notebook. And she was asking me like, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to do? And like the 7-year-old version of me said, well, I read this book, I didn't like the ending, so I'm writing a new one. And I think that that really explains like in that complete, you know, in that story, I think that explains both my hubris and like my desire to create a world that feels like fundamentally better for me. Like I have a very, I may not be very judgmental towards people and like their identities, but I do have a lot of like critical, I feel very critical about the media that I consume. And so I will not go out of my way to be like, hey, this is a shit ending, or like say that to somebody, but I will in fact take the media and be like, you know what, I could write a better ending. And so like that's kind of how I got into fanfic and stuff when I was a kid. And I think it's just like thinking about that, I can't even fathom somebody saying to me, you know, if you wanted, you could automate it. Because like, what? Why? The purpose was that somebody else did it worse than me, and I have to redo their fucking ending. Sorry, didn't mean to curse. Yeah, totally. Yes, the craft is the fun part. That, you know, putting a little bit of yourself in it is the fun part. All right, I have to figure out how to answer this one. Bonnie was saying, in bedtime stories, I'd be telling the stories, putting my mom to sleep. See, it's like, I think that some of us, and like I said, I don't want to make a distinction because it doesn't really matter, right? Like, a friend of mine told me once that this is sort of like it's an anecdotal story, but a hiker who climbed Mount Everest comes into a classroom and says to the class, you know, you too could climb Mount Everest, and I did it myself, and it was really amazing. And put that on the back burner that like the Sherpas probably did a lot of the climbing for the person, but like, you know, I'm not necessary. That aside is not relevant to this anecdote. So, but the anecdote is, you know, he says that to a group of students, and then the students themselves, maybe like 90% of the students are like, wow, that's really cool. I'm never going to do that. And then like one person is like, I have to, like, now I have to go climb Mount Everest and like do all of this stuff. And that's where like passion is born, right? It's no shade to the people who don't want to climb Mount Everest, because there's probably other things that they do want to do, right? It could be making music, it could be doing art, it could be writing stories, it could be doing crafts. I mean, like, I think that having kids and parenting is an exercise in creativity, because you're like constantly having to come up with creative solutions. So like, there's just so many ways that people can exercise their creativity, and like, the way that they interact in the world that doesn't necessarily have to be Mount Everest. But the point here is that, like, some of us, the crazy people, decided, yes, I will become an artist. And I just don't think that you could convince anybody who is, like, on that side of crazy, who wants to do art, who wants to make music, who wants to write stories, who wants to program their own things. I just simply can't imagine somebody saying, like, yeah, wouldn't it be great if you could automate it? Because, again, not the point.
Yeah. I think that's a good analogy, and I want to extend it by saying, as far as I'm aware, you cannot, in fact, take a helicopter to the summit of Everest or something, but assuming you could, I think people would still want to climb it. And most people would not consider taking the helicopter as being remotely the same thing or remotely as rewarding or worth it, right? I think the kinds of people that are driven to climb Mount Everest and summit it would not be at all satisfied with, oh, I can just take a helicopter to the summit.
Yep. Totally agree. So yeah, isn't there like a uh isn't there like a comic or something, like, or a still from a, okay, I think everybody's gonna have to help me remember this because I can't remember it myself.
Yeah.
But it's like a still from a music. It's either a comic or a movie where somebody's like, "Thanks, that was worthless."
I think you're thinking about Gravity Falls.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The fun part is not climbing Mount Everest; it's jumping from the top of a jetpack and parachuting after. See,
Yeah,
and that's a different kind of crazy too.
I do remember that meme because I have watched Gravity Falls, and I can give a little context as to how it
Please
originally comes up in the show. So the this is worthless part is Dipper gets a negative $3 bill from the silliest former president of the United States who has been lost to history because nobody wants to remember how silly he was. That's the setup in the show anyway. And the reply is, he says, "Wow, thanks, this is worthless." And then the reply is, "It's less than worthless, my boy."
That is amazing. Yeah, I mean that's basically how I feel about it, right? Is like, and the thing is like, I do think that there are. I'm not trying to kind of like. I'm not trying to satisfy like AI enthusiasts with this one. I think there are things that AI can do, but right now we're in this like really weird like we're in this really weird vibe of hype or whatever where it's like essentially somebody taking a coffee maker and you're like, oh, this makes pretty good coffee. It's like it's okay for this like very specific task, and then someone's like, it could replace your job, and you're like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
My job has many more steps than just making coffee. And someone's like, well, that's all I see. All I see is you going from your desk and getting coffee and making coffee. So I just assume that that's all you do. And then you're like, well, that's a you problem. That's a fundamental misunderstanding of what my job is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I never, like, I feel reluctant sometimes to say, like, even that the coffee machine makes coffee well, because then someone's like, right? So you totally agree with me that it could replace everybody's jobs. And I'm like, whoa, 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 wait a second.
Yeah.
I promise I'm going to finish this. Also, as an aside, I actually think that, like, one of the best questions to ask a kid is, what are they doing? And, like, in a non-judgmental way.
Yeah.
Because you get, like, so much great insight into how kids think and, like, how they're processing things. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing that more and more here in the trains ads. It's like, yeah, ads openly bragging about AI to reduce payroll. It's, yeah. You can tell it's targeted towards a very specific type of person who doesn't actually, doesn't understand that goods are made by people, and, like, that we've abstracted things farther than, we have. It just feels very much like we lost the plot, right? What is work but for somebody to show up and make coffee is not actually the point that why someone works. And actually, there's a lot of reasons why people work. And sometimes it's because
It's not that simple, CJ. You gotta make coffee and you gotta make PowerPoints.
Oh, yeah.
Two entire things. I think part of what's frustrating about the current AI hype cycle is that people are looking at automating a lot of work tasks, and one of the things that is true is a lot of work is kind of bullshit jobs. Those certainly do exist, and there is a lot of what office workers do some of the time is extra, not really productive stuff that makes their manager feel good or look good, but doesn't actually serve the needs of their customers or the business. And I don't actually think the solution to that is automating it. I think the solution to that is understand what you're doing better and don't waste your time on things that are frivolous. But instead what we're getting is automating a bunch of tedious things that we didn't really ask why we were doing them in the first place. Like making coffee.
Yes. All right. Cool. There we go.
Very nice.
Very good. All right. Excellent.
Oh.
Yes, yes. All right, next question. Dinosaur question. Which queer haircut would look best in which dinosaurs? Oh, so tough. All right. Um. Wow, we have some banger questions. Thank y'all so much. Uh. Hold on. Look best. Um. This is a great birthday stream, by the way. Thank you so much for all the questions.
Love this question.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Which queer haircut would look best on which dinosaurs? Well, I do think that the mohawk has to go to like raptors, right?
Very good. Yeah.
So I think any raptor species. Gonna draw a raptor. So yes. Hold on. So Mohogany for raptors. I wonder. Gotta do some teeths. So what are some other queer haircuts? I was thinking like the undercut, undercut with curls, which is the one that I typically do. Oh, the He-Man bowl cut. Oh, okay, hold on. Don't you think like a Pachycephalosaurus would go
Yeah,
like
definitely.
with a He-Man bowl cut? All right, hold on.
We're getting some reference for this.
Yeah,
one.
we're gonna have to do some reference. There we go. Yeah? Oh yeah, you love a good. Oh yeah, the Prince guy.
All right, CJ. I'll move this reference so that people can still see the drawing.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I don't know how he's gonna do the. It's like this, right?
Yeah.
He-Man truly is a queer icon. We also have to make him like super buff. Okay, he's got some. I'm gonna gonna fuck up this. Nice. Okay. Perfect. So I do know. Help me out with some queer haircuts here.
You gotta do the wolf cut. That's a good one.
Wolf cut?
Do you know that? It's like
I may know it, just don't know the like
wavy bangs in the front and then like long in the back. It's kind of mullet adjacent, but not as 80s.
Okay, hold on. Just looking. Oh. Is this gay? Is it?
I think it's kind of lesbian.
Oh yeah. I guess you're right. Okay. Wolf cut. Okay, a dinosaur with a long neck. Because I think, like, in order to have a good wolf cut, you can't be really beefy with the wolf cut. You have to have, like, you know, kind of like a long neck situation. Yeah. So, maybe Diplodocus.
All right.
Just gonna pull up a reference for everyone to see what I'm about to draw. Oh yeah.
There's the guy.
Yeah. More questions. They are being asked right now.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, so I'm thinking. Hold on. I've drawn everybody this way, so I'm gonna. Diplodocus is interesting because, like, it's one of the only. I mean, it's a dinosaur, but it's also a dinosaur that, like, can break branches, so it's got, like, a little bit of a tooth situation happening. I'll give it one tooth. Okay. Wolf cut. Go. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. You can't see the eyes on a wolf cut.
Oh, yeah, we're doing the...
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. Yeah. If I'm being honest, this Diplodocus definitely listens to Muse.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically Susie Deltarune.
Oh, no! God! Oh, I accidentally made fan art.
Susie a dinosaur? What is Susie?
An alligator?
Alligator?
I don't know. They're all monsters, right?
Yeah. Somebody get me some Deltarune lore.
Okay. Great. Clear. Okay, so we still don't have an undercut, which I think could also be done with like long hair too.
Yeah.
Yeah, long on one side and buzz cut on the other. That was my like style for a really long time. A really long time. It was like curls on one side. It was okay, so I think buzz cut on one side and like long on the other side it's gonna have to be a dinosaur that has like prominent ears or like some sort of prominent like head skull, because I feel like you want to have like some stuff going on in the set. Oh, Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Big frill.
Yeah, you love that.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Dilophosaurus actually just looked like this. But I admit that everybody knows
Everyone wants the frill.
Yeah, everyone does want the frill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just for Jurassic Park.
Okay, so I do think we're gonna go for. Let's see. I think I'm gonna draw Dilophosaurus down here. One of the things I love about dino artists is like I love to see where they got their inspiration from. So like a little like notch here always reminds me of alligators because alligators have that notch.
Yep. Do you think that Dilophosaurus would be into frilly collars as a fashion item?
Oh, maybe.
They don't actually have them as a anatomical feature.
Hold on. Look at this.
That's the one.
Oh. Yes, we will put a frilly collar on them. What do you think?
Perfect.
With a little bell on it.
Yeah, why not?
We'll call this asymmetrical. Okay. Great. Excellent. Feeling real good about these. Let's... Okay. I was gonna say, I'm gonna have to make this text even smaller because I'm like, I want to fit in more dinosaurs.
Yeah.
All right. I think we can fit in one next to the wolf cut. Don't you think?
I think so.
We can get a chicken as an honorary dinosaur.
Ah.
We'll put that at the very end. But what... what is our haircut for this chicken? No, I want to save that for another... Okay, we're going to keep this here.
Okay.
I'm looking for a pixie cut, side swept bangs. Your typical lesbian / non-binary mask vibe. I think... Okay, that pixie cut doesn't do well with like more sort of like rounder faces, so we're gonna go with something a little bit more like thinner. I guess the thinnest face I can think of is a pterodon.
All right. Yeah. Excellent.
It turned out better than I thought.
Beautiful.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
Just give it some side eye. Okay, wow. Okay. Is a ponytail a thing? That's not a thing, right?
I don't know. Be a thing if you want it to be. I feel like if you want to make it queerer, it's got to be the braided ponytail.
Braided ponytail. Really?
I don't know.
I was trying to think of like. Because yeah, all of these could be some type of like, you know, dyed hair or whatever. Oh gosh, long hair. What is there any like other ones? Because I think we could do another long neck dinosaur with him.
I think you got to do the twin braids.
Oh, twin braids. Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. Okay. I admit that if we're gonna do we do not have a triceratops. Triceratops and braids could be fun.
Yeah, maybe?
Everyone knows what a triceratops is, right? Just in case you don't. This is what they look like. Oh, yeah. No, totally. The triceratops is bald with crazy piercings. Yeah. What? Yes. Yes. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Have to get some like. Here's some piercings here. Oh, they also have a horn on their nose, of course. Yes. They're probably also like the most chill person that you know. That's my.
Let's see how that works.
Oh, there we go. Did you not? Gosh, what else is there besides like nose piercings and some? Guess I'll just keep doing. We are. You know what? Chicken's gonna have twin braids.
Love it. I think the chat's right on this one. You gotta add some chains to those piercings.
Oh yes. Yeah. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got some. I've never heard of a cheek piercing, which that's what makes this hard.
Mm.
Oh, but you know what? We could do a lip piercing, and then you could have a chain going to the lip piercing. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Last one is hmm.
Alright, you got at least two very iconic dinosaurs that are not on this board yet. I think you gotta either do a Stegosaurus or a T-Rex.
Yeah, true. I'm feeling the Stegosaurus because we've got a lot of like, well, we've got two meat eaters.
Hmm.
Maybe we should do a Stegosaurus now that I'm thinking about it. Diplodocus pachycephalosaurus and the Triceratops are all. Okay, so T-Rex and this is really shaping to be a tag yourself moment. Tag yourself. I am. The Mohawk Raptor, obviously.
Perfect.
Mm. Okay, I'm gonna start drawing a Tyrannosaurus Rex first. Okay. Okay, something for buff, like meaty, really meaty. This is not a twink dinosaur.
Mm.
This is a, you know. Hmm. I mean, I was thinking like an. Oh yeah, I admit I'm very weak to this type of uh, curly bear hair, with like a little undercut here, and also
Good.
this cute like ox-like piercing situation. Yeah. That looks less like a piercing. Hold on. I'm gonna fix this. Nice. I'm gonna call it curly bear.
Yeah.
And he's gotta be blushing because he's looking at you.
Love that.
Okay, so which one are you, and then which one do you want to date? That's the question.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm the Mohawk Raptor wanting to date the curly bear T-Rex.
Yeah. The curly bear is definitely the most dateable.
Well, you and I are into similar people.
I'm tagging myself as Wolfcut Diplodocus.
Wolfcut Diplodocus. Nice,
so.
nice. What about you, Kata? I will make them if you want them. They're they're pretty cute. Um, let's see. Wait. Okay, so you're the Wolfcut Diplodocus. Yeah, dating the curly bear T-Rex. Love it. I do think it's a little unfair that like some of some of these like haircuts are people that I know, and so I'm worried that like someone's gonna see that and be like, "That's how you see me." No, no, no. Yeah, date the asymmetrical haircut dino. Yeah, she looks fun. They looks fun. Awesome. Cool. That was unbelievably fun. Do we have any other questions? We did quite a lot of drawing today. I will definitely like brush these up and send them to you later. No more questions. Great. Well, that is excellent. Thank you very much for everybody who came on the stream and also everybody who sent in questions. I know it's in the middle of the day for some people, so like I really appreciate y'all coming and drawing together with me. So I wanted to show you we're gonna review the answers for people who joined late. I'm just gonna. So one of the answers was the low stakes hot takes. So GIF or GIF, and my answer was that I call it GIF. I don't want to confuse it with peanut butter. Matt said that they didn't want to confuse it with gin, but I think peanut butter is better than alcohol. What nostalgic albums have you been listening to? For me, it's been TM Revolution's Coordinate, because I listened to TM Revolution's Hot Limit, and it was very good. Also very upbeat, very good pick-me-up. What's your favorite dinosaur, and what would they look like if they wore clothes? My favorite dinosaur is Deinonychus, kind of like a granola punk vibe, so liking music, linens, and killing for sport. And then, how would child CJ react if they encountered AI artists? Well, um, I guess for me, being an artist is about having an ego that says that you could make something better. So I don't really know if I would want to automate that wish. It kind of takes away from it being mine in the first place. And last but not least, was which queer haircut would look best on which dinosaurs. Um, we had a wolf cut Diplodocus, a pixie pterodon, mohawk raptor, a He-Man Pachycephalosaurus, asymmetrical Dilophosaurus, bald with piercings Triceratops, a curly haired T-Rex, and a twin tails modern dinosaur. Love it. Cool. Thank you everybody for coming. A second. Tomorrow's my like actual birthday. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining in on the stream. It was really fun. I feel very blessed. So I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out. So I'm gonna head out. Everybody have a good lunch, daytime, nighttime, whatever. See you later next stream, which is gonna be next week.
Yeah.
So take care, have a really good rest of your week, and we will talk again later.